Hey guys, Stevie Breach coming to you here again. We're going to be opening up this bubble mailer, seeing basically what we got in the mail today. I can easily tell you that it feels like a DVD is inside of this box, and probably one that I thought was actually going to be what ended up being WrestleMania 15 the other day. But basically, I was looking at a lot of stuff on eBay, and seems like the DVD, like Holy Grail prices are finally starting to drop. Maybe people are realizing that Peacock is what we thought it was going to be. There was a time period when the streams were starting to lag, and you can easily say that there's not as much stuff up on the WWE network that there once was, and some things that you can point at, like the Hulkamania VHSs from back in the day. I know that the Real American is under the documentary tabs, but those Hulkamania VHSs, it seemed like that's a day's work for some intern to basically pop that VHS in. I don't know what you do. You scan it or whatever you do and put that up on the network. And maybe, with everything that happened to Hulk Hogan, over the last few years, maybe it's not something that you publicize greatly. But even if you put them up quietly, I think that people would notice, those up there, and it would help the library that they have. But there's just some things that were released on DVD that we're just never going to see again. This one, honestly, was a VHS that got transferred over to DVD by WWE very early on in their DVD library to build it really fast. I'm guessing they probably grabbed the most popular VHSs that they released over, let's say, probably the last 2 years. This I'm guessing came out in 2000 or maybe in 2001. And no, it couldn't have been 2001. It'd be 99 to 2000, somewhere in there. And they just put those up. And this actually is the World Wrestling Federation Attitude Collection presents Austin vs. McMahon. I remember having the VHS, never had the DVD. This, honestly, I can think over the period of collecting DVDs, this easily was over $100. Anytime you could find this under $100, it was looked at as a steal. A lot like the Undertaker, the Phenom, the purple one. I've seen it go as high as 180 because it's kind of like people know what they have, and they're not really gonna let it go. But Austin vs. McMahon, the Attitude Era collection. This is the most talked about rivalry in the history of sports entertainment. For the first time, the whole truth story has been put together. See how it all began for the Texas Rattlesnake in this battle against authority. Owner of the World Wrestling Federation, Vince McMahon. These two men have put each other through hell and come out fighting. Screwed at every turn, Austin always gets revenge in ways that has created some of the most memorable moments in Federation history. Now we can have a front row seat for the greatest match in the world. This is dated on the bottom, copyright of 2002. So maybe this did have a release of 2001 or something like that. But these older DVDs, easily when you look at the documentaries, they really didn't know what they were doing yet. Even if you look at the ones that were released in 2002, kind of like the NWO Back in Black, or the Triple H, I think it's called That Damn Good, or The Game, one or the other. One of them is Best Buy exclusive, mostly of matches. The other one actually is a documentary. But they didn't really know if they were interviewing the character, if they were interviewing the wrestler, if they were interviewing the character behind the wrestler. It's all over the place. You go back and you watch Undertaker's My Yard, some were released in that time period. They have Undertaker at home with Sarah Undertaker teaching her MMA moves, and Undertaker tapping out to her finisher in the middle of the living room. Very weird to see how they protected the Undertaker for years. All of a sudden let you had a peek into his life, and then really never gave it to you again until his career was 100% over. with that, the Michael Jordan-like documentary that WWE Network popped out on him after his career was over, sort of showing the last 2 years of his career. But Austin versus McMahon, it's probably going to be a story put together, a collection of clips. I think it would be a fun watch once. It says it's 60 minutes, but I don't really think it's going to be something to write home about. It's probably, if you want to watch Austin versus McMahon, the WWE Rivalries Season 1. I'm not sure if you call it Episode 1 or if it's Episode 1 and 2. I do remember that it was a two-parter. Austin versus McMahon is probably going to be hands down way better than this. But I know we've been surprised before. I'll have to scramble it together because of the way that my DVDs are on the shelf, I don't have them together. I know a lot of people, when they show off their WWE collection, I used to go in alphabetical order. And I used to go back and forth. At some time periods, I had all the pay-per-views in alphabetical order. And then I had, like, the other releases. If it'd be, like, I can't think of any, if one that started. Oh, Andre the Giant. The 2 Andre the Giant DVDs. And then maybe Batista, his 2 or 3 DVDs. I would sort of go in alphabetical order like that. Some people put these in order to show the set. A lot like what year was it where they built the DVDs? If you put them together, like they made a picture with the year and the wrestlers that were on those shows. I want to say it was like 2000. Was it 2002? 2000, because I don't have all of 2002, I don't think. Maybe I do. You know what I'm talking about. If you're watching this because you're a DVD collector, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But once I get all those together, I'll be able to show off WWF Attitude Era collection. And finally, this is the last one I was looking for. There's some of them that are really, really easy to find, like the Best of WrestleMania, Best of Survivor Series. TLC is easy to find. There's even a couple more. But then there's some of them, like Austin vs. McMahon, Undertaker the Phenom, that are just impossible to find. But I ended up finding mine on eBay. There's a few of them up there. They got a high price. There's some of them on Amazon. People know what they got. But every once in a while, somebody puts one up there. Oh, on eBay, I was scared to do it. There's one up there, $7.99. Normal shipping, probably like $3 to $4. I just thought it was too good to be true. But hey, maybe that could be your steal of a deal to find it. It's from a used bookstore, if I remember right. So maybe it is what it is. But there was a negative comment saying when something's too good to be true, it doesn't pan out. Let me know what you think. Peace out.